So I'm saying keep things simple. Don't complicate what's easy. Okay, bull riding's not easy, but if you keep it simple, it makes it easier at the end of the day, right? Okay, so how many guys are? Anybody here not ever play another sport? We've all played some kind of sport, right? Okay, so what's the one thing in common with all sports? What's the one thing that's in common with every sport? Athletic position, right? And strength. Okay, so everybody get in your athletic position. Okay, it doesn't matter what sport whether it's basketball, wrestling, football, fist fighting, whatever. We're in a position of controlling. We're strong down here, right? We got our knees bent. We can move around a little bit. You guys feel the movement right here? I can put weight to both feet, and I have good control of what's going on above my waist, right? Okay, my back's straight. I'm in a strong athletic position. So think about bull riding's the same thing. I see guys get on the barrel and they start doing funky stuff like this. This is not a natural position. Get in a natural position where you're in a strong athletic position. Now just transfer it to bull riding. Right here. I can wrestle, I can fist fight, I can guard somebody at the basket, or I can ride a bull. It's all the same structure, right? Okay? So now we've got that kind of set in place, right? So we all understand it's about being in control of this part of your body, right? Now think about a building. When they build a building, when they build a structure, what's the first thing they do?
Base.
What's that? Build a base or foundation, right? Okay, so the foundation goes into the ground, right? Okay, so from the waist down, we're going to call that our foundation because that's what's in contact with the animal, right? So if we're strong in our foundation, we can control what's above the foundation, which is the structure, right? Okay, so this athletic position that I'm in, look at me from the side. Where are my elbows in relation to my body? They're in front of the plane of my shoulders, right? If I'm guarding somebody at the basket, I'm not doing it this way, right? I've always got my hands out in front here because I can shuffle sideways, I can move around, I got good control. So my elbow is in the front of the plane of my shoulder, okay? So I'm going to talk a lot about your free arm. Your free arm elbow, if it's in front of the plane of your shoulder, you have control of it. If it's behind the plane of your shoulder, it gets me out of the athletic strong position, right? Okay, so this is very important. So we're going to talk about having our shoulders. We have our shoulders just in front of our knees, maybe, or right above our knees, with our knees bent. We're in a position where we can control what's going on above the foundation, right? So think about this, guys. In order to be as strong as you can possibly be, you got to be level and you got to be square, right? So if I'm out of level, I level up, and if I'm out of square, I square up. So this is a weakness, right? This position is a weak position. So I get back to the strong position. This position is a weak position. I get back to the strong position. I've done nothing with my free arm, guys. The free arm, the importance of the free arm is controlling it, and so that you can control this with your core and the strength of your shoulders and all that stuff. Okay, so but if my free arm is not in that athletic strong position, I give something away. If I'm in this position and I get tipped here, it's hard for me to get my structure back level because I'm reaching for something that's not there. So here's another little scenario. Imagine there's a box over the top of that bull's shoulders. That the only way you can see the bull's shoulders is if you look down in the box. Okay? If my face gets out of the box, I put my face in the box. If my face gets out of the box, I put my face in the box. You guys see how simple I'm making this? Like it's not very complicated. And watch my shoulders as I put my face in the box. Watch where my shoulders go. I'm level and I'm square. Okay? I get unsquare, put my face in the box. I get square. You guys get where I'm going with this? It's not very difficult. And so what's happened is somebody or a handful or a lot of people have started making all these things way more important than they really are. This is all imaginary stuff. These free arm moves are imaginary because we're riding with our core first. So if I get tipped, I'm going to get my core over the top, get my structure back over the top of the foundation, and if that bull's making a move, yes, it's going to appear that my free arm's moving, but it's really not my free arm, it's me getting where I'm supposed to be. When that bull comes up in the front end, he's pushing away with this hind end, right? So the shoulders are leaving me, correct? The shoulders are moving away from me. So if I got those shoulders pulled up under my crotch and I'm being strong with my core, my hips are going to go where the shoulders go. Now my structure might get moved a little bit. It might get moved over here. All I'm going to do is get back over the top of my foundation. Get that structure straight back over the top of it. So if I get pulled here, that bull's probably, if a bull goes away from my hand, he's probably going to pull me into my riding hand. But if I'm strong from here down, it's pulling my hips to the right place. Now all I got to do is follow the move around. Get back on top of the foundation, right? Does that make sense? So my move there is it's not a move like that. It's a move like this, where I'm being strong. I get pulled, but I'm getting back over the top. Does that make sense? Don't let this be more important for moves than it is. It's the last thing you use. Everything comes from here. This is where we ride bulls from. I get unsquare, or I get unlevel, I level up. See what it does to me? It puts me back on top, puts me right back on top of the foundation. And I'm in an athletic, strong position where I can wrestle somebody. You guys play football? If you get a guy unlevel and you get 1 foot up off the ground, who wins? You do, right? Okay? So look, if I get pulled over here, I want to get weight back over down both legs, and it has to do with just leveling up. You guys see what I've done? Like in this position, there's a little weight comes off this leg. If I try to make a free arm move, look where my weight stays. It stays here. But if I level up, that weight goes back to that leg, and that bull's shoulder is going to run into me, and it's going to keep pulling me to the right spot. Does that make sense? So think about it. Don't make it. There's too much of this stuff going on. Too much of whatever it is. There's too much of that. Make this be almost a stationary where you're controlling it, and you're giving yourself a chance. If I get pulled here, I can still get there. Still haven't made a free arm move. I've gotten level back over the top of the bull's shoulders. Okay, does that make sense to you guys?
What if they go like in your hand? You just stay there.
If a bull